Hey guys, so tradition is sort of a bad word nowadays. We don't want to be stuck in the past and do things the way we used to do them, the old days. Want to move forward, not look back, type thing. And I get sort of tired of hearing people say, well, we used to do it this way and that was so much better, and back in the day. Well, we're not back in the day, we are here today. So let's deal with that. I do believe in keeping certain traditions and celebrating history and maybe letting it inform us today. Case in point, I was just in New York City and I got to visit the Village Vanguard, which I've got a t-shirt too, and which is really an institution. Back in the 60s and 70s, Pete Seeger would be there. Bob Dylan would go there to listen to jazz music and so forth. And apparently they haven't even changed the place. It looks exactly the same as it did back then. And so when you sit there, you are just struck by the history of it all. And you can feel the vibes, and the music takes on a whole different sort of level. And so it was a great night listening to jazz musician Fred Hirsch, and it really was inspirational to me. I love the 60s and 70s anyway. That time period is fascinating to me, so I've read up a lot about it. And what I've noticed is back then they really created a sense of community. The Village was really at the center of it in New York. Poets and writers and musicians alike. They were introspective. They wanted to be relevant politically. They wanted to change things. They wanted to move people. And it's something to really think about and be inspired by today. It's probably why I've taken up some of these old folk songs, like Blowing in the Wind, because they move me now. And see, they carry on from back then into this present and will continue into the future. And that's what I'd like to do. And I know there are a lot of you out there that want to do the same. You want to have an impact on people's lives. You want to have an impact that is lasting. And I think to do that, as we are in this very fast-moving, fast-paced electronic society that we're in, I think we have to set the phones aside sometimes. I think we have to take a moment out and be present. To do that, you need to take in your surroundings. When you're sitting talking to a friend, you need to actually listen and not text while you're talking to them. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I am just like anybody else. I do it too. And so I'm talking to myself as well here. So I think traditions are important. I have quite a few because I'm Swedish. My mom has passed them on to me. Now, I have adapted them to fit my lifestyle, which is something interesting. And it's probably a bit of point of contention with my mom because I do it my way, not her way. And I think that's what we need to learn as well. We take the good from the past, we let it sort of seep into our present and take it with us into our future, and it will inform certain things in our life. So let's not throw away traditions. Let's not, throw away everything in the past. Let's let it help us, because we can learn from mistakes. We can take the good and we can use all that to move forward. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and go listen to some music this weekend and really listen. Let it seep into your soul. Or go out with a friend and just talk. Look them in the eye. I'm going to try to do that. I'll see you next week.
How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky?
Yes,